I'll give you a treat later. Hey everyone, Dana Leslie back for another Disney dining review.
Today we are headed over to a brand new location at Disney Springs, Summer House on the Lake.
This just opened last week. Very excited to check it out. I have purposefully not seen any reviews or really read much about it. I know that it is basically California eating brought to Florida, and they have a cookie bar. That's what I know. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, there are some interesting looking cocktails, both alcoholic and they do have a few zero proof cocktails as well, to include an endless summer old fashioned.
That's a zero proof cocktail?
No, that's an actual cocktail. It's got Brothers Bond whiskey, lemon demerara, and orange bitters.
Okay, all right. I don't know how I feel about lemon syrup, but
there's a couple of other really interesting looking drinks on the menu, but the food here actually looks really, really tasty. It's got kind of just a very light kind of feel to it. I mean, there are some things like burgers, and there is a brunch menu, but there are there's a signature guacamole, but you can do a lot of like grilled avocado, grilled artichokes, ahi tuna and watermelon tostadas. There's a salmon poke nachos. It's just lots of different kinds of salads and sandwiches. So it's kind
like
of
fresh, light.
Yeah, there's some taco options.
How much is it? Is it
so
like
reasonably priced. So like the burger is $20.95, but I mean you can get the salmon poke nachos for $19.95. So I mean, it's kind of around that $20 range-ish for entrees.
Okay. All right, we'll see. I mean, they spent a long time and a lot of money building this thing. Like it is, we've seen it a bunch, and it looks fancy. I haven't seen it without construction walls down, so I'm excited to see it. In fact, our reservation is creeping up pretty fast. Are you ready?
Yes, and I'm ready for the cookie bar.
The cookie bar. All right, well, there's only one way to find out how this rates alongside all the other fabulous Disney restaurants. Let's do this.
All right, we have arrived. We are at the Summer House on the Lake, and I got the jalapeno business. It is got A1A Blanco, dos hombres, a grapefruit soda, and a jalapeno agave. And it comes with like a little grapefruit garnish. It tastes like one of those liquors must be like kind of a mezcal or something that tastes like a little smoky.
It's really good.
It's very good. Yeah, I enjoy that.
It is a little loud in here. So I got the Endless Summer Old Fashioned. Not one large ice cube, but multiple smaller ice cubes.
Uh-oh.
Oh man. All I get is bourbon.
Really?
That's all I get, yeah. I like very, very strong alcohol. All I get is bourbon. Well, if you want a strong drink,
That is a strong one.
get the old fashioned because it's just solid bourbon. Okay, we did get the jalapeno cornbread, which is one of the two appetizers she recommended. She recommended this and the cheesy bread, which not a huge fan of cheesy bread depending on how it's done.
Yeah, I kind of wondered if you would like that because of that.
I love the server station is like 6 inches behind Leslie's head. That's fine. So we'll wait on that.
All right, so we got the jalapeno cornbread. It comes with honey butter. That's good. It's got a lot of kick to it, but the sweetness, I don't know if there's sweetness like in the bread itself or it's just all coming from the butter. But, and then there's actual like pieces of grilled corn. That's pretty good.
Our food has arrived. We got a pepperoni pizza, which came highly recommended, and the fish tacos. So first up, pepperoni pizza.
I like the thinness of the crust.
It's not the best pizza I've had at Disney World, but
It doesn't hold a candle to be a Napoli.
no.
But it's like,
It's okay.
but it's light, and I think like with as thin as the pizza is, like they bring you out a nice portion.
It definitely, I think it holds true for the fresh kind of vibe here. I'm not mad at it. So there's 3 fish tacos with a pretty good sizable fried piece of fish on here. It comes with like a tomatillo blended sauce, not really a salsa, a pico de gallo, and some guacamole.
I don't know what that sauce is.
Yeah, there's some sort of
Creamy sauce on there.
is it?
Flavors are really good. It's a little cold.
It's cold?
It's cold.
Well, that's disappointing. It's definitely not hot. I'm gonna chalk that up to this place has been open a week and maybe their service. It came out fast though.
It came out really fast. It's fried really nicely. Like the fish itself is well prepared, but it's just weird that
It's just not
warm.
hot. The pizza's warm.
Yeah.
Maybe they were waiting on the pizza to come out of the oven. Man, we ordered it like 10 minutes ago. It wasn't that long though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Okay, well, we're gonna finish eating.
Yeah. Okay, so you can actually order the cookies here at the table, but I want to see all the cookies laid out, and so I want to go to the cookie bar, which you can just pop into at any time. So we're gonna do that next.
All right, we are back.
Okay, this place has promise. But first, if you're looking to plan your next magical vacation, please reach out to us over at Fantastical Vacations. We would love to help. We plan Disney destinations, cruise lines, Universal, and all-inclusive resorts.
All right, before we get started, and I have a lot to say, we have got a first on the Disney Dining Reviews. We are trying food
Let me see if I can get
in
this.
our studio. That's not gonna work.
Woohoo!
There we go.
We have cookies.
We've got 5
Cookies.
cookies. So we have a lemon, we have a chocolate chip walnut, a double chocolate, it's more like a crinkle
Cloud.
cookie. Yeah, cloud, whatever that means. We've got an apple oatmeal, and then an oatmeal, I don't know, I don't remember, but it's basically oatmeal and butterscotch chips in there. Scotchy. You know, you can order the cookie bar cookies at the table, but we wanted to go and actually look at the cookies in front of us. And what's weird is even when you go up to the cookie bar, there's no menu. Right, so we're gonna talk about, first we're gonna try these cookies and rate the cookies kind of separate, because it's a little bit different. But they just opened a week ago, so we didn't have the best experience here tonight. It wasn't horrible, but it definitely wasn't the best. However, I think we do have to, hey, no sneaking in any,
What?
Hey,
What?
Put it down.
You just keep talking, it's
Put it
fine.
down, Missy, put it down. But we do have to give them a little bit of grace, just because a lot of what we're gonna complain about is just operational issues that they should hopefully iron out over the course of the next couple of months.
At least hopefully, yes.
It's a brand new restaurant, it is what it is. It does have a lot of promise. So, that being said, shall we try some cookies?
Yes.
Now, to the lemon I'm excited about. I love lemon flavored things. Gosh, lemony.
It's really good though.
Oh, good. Do you want a cookie, sister?
She's like, I see that you have the cookies.
I want to try the middle of it. Oh, you gotta get the middle of it.
The middle?
Yeah, it's super moist and chewy. I see you, baby. You can't have the cookies.
Okay.
That's good.
All right, I was really excited about this one, so we'll kind of do the same with this one.
Scotchy, the lemon cookie, and the oatmeal scotchy, they're super thin. I get the feeling that they're more like their base cookies. They're $4.95 a piece. The other 3 cookies we got, the bigger cookies, they're more like a specialty cookie. are $5.45 a piece. If you want to compare that to Gideon's, Gideon's cookies are $6 a piece. Good. I prefer the lemon.
I actually really like this one. I like the pieces of butterscotch, and I like the saltiness that is in it.
Just comparing those two to Gideon's for me, these are not as dense. When I eat a Gideon's cookie, I feel like if I have a quarter of it, like I'm done for hours. Like it's very, very heavy, just like, But these are, well, we haven't tried the big one.
We haven't tried the big one.
The big mama.
The big mama. Not you.
Dude, you can't have chocolate. Come on. I'll give you a treat later. I still don't think it's as dense as Gideon's.
I agree. Here.
They call that a chocolate cloud.
Oh, that is a cloud.
It's literally super soft. Very, very light. That's wonderful right there.
And last but not least is going to be the oatmeal apple. That was my least favorite. But it's good.
It says it's no chocolate walnut cookie.
That's not a cookie.
But I'll take it. Dexter, come on, man. All right, we'll give you all treats later. Come on, go.
Ooh, we have needy little animals.
All right, so for me, those cookies, they also had like a vegan snickerdoodle, a regular chocolate chip cookie, like an M&M
Ooh, the M&M
cookie.
looks really good.
They had other cookies there too. Anyway, for those 5, for me, lemon was my top, then probably the chocolate chocolate cloud, then chocolate chip walnut, then the 2 oatmeals, probably the oatmeal butterscotch edged out the apple oatmeal for me.
I think I'm gonna go with the oatmeal scotchy, lemon, chocolate cloud, chocolate chip walnut, then the oatmeal apple.
All that to say, if you're looking for bang for your buck, Gideon's probably has it beat just because you can split one of those cookies by 4. Yeah. and each of you feel like you've had a massive cookie. Whereas this, I could probably, if I wasn't too full, eat a whole one of those.
Yeah.
But we went to the cookie bar, stood in line, and we were done. It took them longer because, again, opening week jitters, I guess. I waited for 5 minutes to get my receipts. Okay. So let's talk about operations real quick. We walk up to the cookie bar, and there are multiple people there with not tablets, but the little, basically like big iPhones where they can...
Like the credit card thing.
They can do your order and send it to the ladies at the end of the counter, way down at the end, that had just like racks, like speed racks full of just cookies, sheets of cookies, and they were just bagging them as fast as they could. The problem was there was no menu anywhere posted. So we were in the queue, and there were multiple people. There was at least 2 guys ready to take our order, but we didn't know what to order because
I can't see all the cookies.
you have to physically stand in front of the cookies to see the signs on the cookies. So you couldn't so that was a little bit of a fail. I think if they posted a sign of what cookies they had that day or that week or that month or whatever, at least the people in line could be like, okay, I want that one, that one, that one. You don't have to necessarily go in front of the thing.
Yeah.
And then again, like they were like, so you pay right there when they order on the little iPhone, and you pay. And then it sends the order to the ladies that were bagging up the cookies. And he's like, okay, thank you. I was like, well, I need my receipt. That threw him for a loop.
He
so
didn't
it took
know
him,
where it printed.
There were multiple printers back there, and he like went back there and he's like pulling up because I guess it printed everyone's receipt, and he just never was giving anybody receipts. And so finally I had to print it again, and finally found the receipt. Anyway, all that to say, they have some operational issues, but the cookies are good.
The cookies are good. So let's start with ambiance and theming, because we're looking at the cookies completely separate, since you can just walk straight in, order a cookie. You could also order, there's some coffee drinks, some non-alcoholic beverages, as well as a few of the cocktails as well that you could order there. So that's all just like come right in off the strip and order those things. The restaurant portion, ambiance and theming. I adore the decor in there. Like, it is light and bright and airy and feels very summer housey and just breezy. I really liked it. Like it made me happy.
I also really like the spaces. There was, so like when you walk in, the left side is the cookie bar merch location. Past that, it said something about front porch, and I'm assuming you could sit out there.
Well, and whenever we left, it said closed for a private event.
Oh, there you go. You could have your own private event out there. And then before you ever walked into the door, there was seating on the actual front porch, like when you walk up the steps, the main entrance. And then through there on the right, there is a bar with like highboys, so more of like a loungy type setting, like more of a bar type setting. And then past that is the main dining room. With another bar back there. And if you go past the main dining room, there is a back porch that overlooks the water with the aerofoil balloon and the amphicars, and just, it's a very, very, very nicely spaced out, I think. I mean,
and there
very
was
well done.
a whole like open kitchen as you're walking down, like on your left-hand side. So, I mean, just the way it was all designed and everything, it's very, very cool. Couple of the things that I didn't love about it was the music was very, very loud in there. So it was just overly, I feel like, loud. They chose to put a waiter, like a server station, directly by this post that happened to back up to my chair. So they kept bending over and like hitting my chair, which, I mean, granted, yes, I could have sat on the other side of the table, or I could have moved my spot, but it was a table for 4. So if there were 4 people sitting there, like, that's going to be a continual problem. It just felt very weird to like constantly have. I stood up at one point, and there was like a manager lady there with stuff, and I was standing by my chair to get back in my chair, and I had to wait for her to move because we were so close to each other. It was just weird.
It was a weird location. Either the table needs to move away from that post, or they need to relocate that server station. And to be fair, like one whole side of that main dining room, there's a corridor, but on the other side of the corridor is that open kitchen, which is obviously service. And then past that are the restrooms. But before you get to the restrooms, there's a huge server station with point of sales back there when they could ring up food, but also like server stuff. And then on the back wall that faces the lake, there's an entire bar. Service station, right? Giant service station, full service bar. I don't know why they need these little bitty, because it's not a full service station. It basically had some water, some small plates, some like rolled silverware, crayons were on the service station. Like, it was not well thought out or placed.
For as little items that were on the service station, though, they used it a lot.
A lot of people coming in and out of the service station. It was pretty annoying.
So all in all, like the decor, the layout, all of that got a higher score, but the loudness and that service station being there brought it down a little bit, so we rated it a 3.
Let's talk about service real quick. This one's interesting for me. So, our server, she was very nice. She was pretty knowledgeable. She gave some decent recommendations. The way they do their waters is they have like chilled glass, like a carafe, but skinny and tall, and each table gets one. And so like she filled up our glasses. There's no ice. I guess you could ask for ice, but there's no ice. So she filled up our water glasses first, left a half a carafe, and then she brought back a full carafe later. So that was nice. She checked on us routinely throughout the meal. To include, after she delivered both beverages, and we did the review, and I'm like, this is all bourbon. I took 2 sips of it, and like maybe I stirred it up and took another sip. Nope, all bourbon. And you just tasted it, all bourbon, right?
It was strong.
I don't send stuff back. I don't send food back, not because I'm afraid to, have a confrontation or send something back. I'm afraid to get the return item because I'm afraid of what whoever did to it back there in the back. Like I don't even want to worry about it. So I just don't send food back. I just rate them on, give me your best up front, and there's no redo overs here. But when she asked about the beverages, I wasn't gonna say anything. I'm like, well, as long as you're asking, like that one, yours was pretty good.
I said, well, mine is very good. And then I just looked at Dan, and he was like,
I said it's all bourbon. That's all I taste is bourbon. And then you said something like, yeah, it's not an old fashioned, it's just bourbon on the rocks. She kind of laughed and said, funny, like before we opened, everyone in the whole restaurant, all employees got to try everything, to include the wines and the cocktails and everything, all the food and everything. And that's what everyone said about that one drink. And then she's like, but I'm glad you enjoy your jalapeno cornbread, so bye. I'm like, what just happened here? So number one, you knew it was a bad drink before. It says you let me order it without saying anything. You recognize that I'm probably telling the truth, that it's not a good, well-balanced cocktail because you tasted it and you thought the same thing. You did not offer to get me another one or replace it or take it back. And she just left?
Whenever we were talking about it at the end, I was like, you know, everybody was taking care of us so well. Like, they were taking our plates, they were, you know, bringing us new water and delivering food quickly. Like, everything was just really, and everybody was so pleasant and nice. And she was lovely outside of this one instance, right? And so we were like, I mean, so overall service was like pretty high, but that brought it down. So we originally rated service a little lower, but then came the check, and when she brought the check, she said, I took the old fashioned off because I noticed that you didn't drink it and you didn't enjoy it. So anyway, that bumped it back up a little bit because obviously, like, she recognized, and I thought that was fantastic that, you know, they took care of us and without us having to like send it back.
I didn't complain. We weren't going to push it or anything. I was just going to pay for it and move on. But yeah, I didn't drink it.
Yeah.
All that to say, we rated service a 4.
All right, so let's talk about those drinks. So obviously we know that Dan's was not great, and so that definitely, we thought that was probably more like a 2. But mine was probably straight up average. Like, it was good. The flavor was good. Initially, I very much liked it. As I got further into the drink, I realized that it did not have a spice to it the way that it is just, I mean, it's jalapeno is in the name, and so you expect it to have a kick to it. But there wasn't really any spice. I could get that mezcal flavor. And then overall, just in general, by the time I finished the drink, I'm not sure that it was worth a $16 drink. You know, it did not feel like there was much alcohol in it. So
yours was pretty average.
Yeah, so it was just pretty average. So we said mine was probably a 3, his was a 2, so we landed at a 2.5 for drinks.
All that to be said, they could fix this easily.
They really could.
Either get bartenders that know how to mix drinks, or get a drink menu, get your specialty cocktail menu, and fix it, and just make the recipes better. Whatever you need to do, it's not that hard to fix. Maybe in 6 months, maybe we go back and the drinks are fantastic. I'll give it another shot.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I mean, I would like to eat there. It's pleasant. The food selections are a little bit all over the place, but still also pretty good.
Yeah.
So anyway, 2.5 for now, but I'm not, you know, I want to give this another shot.
So food.
So, okay, let's talk about food. I think we touched on this on the jalapeno cornbread, very good. Maybe a little too spicy, honestly, but I like spice.
It was good.
And then that honey butter on there, that was very, very good. It came out like that. So they must just have them ready, like under heat lamps back there. I don't know, but we ordered it and it came out within a minute and a half.
Yeah, it was fast.
It did not bake in that amount of time, I would tell you that.
Yeah. And then, you know, my fish tacos, the flavors were all very good, but it's just weird that it was cold. Like, it wasn't. And for as quick as it all came out, it had to have been sitting back there for a while before I ordered it, because there's no way they made that and put it all together and it cooled off that much.
My guess is they are batch frying those pieces of fish back there, and they're just plating it as the orders come in. And they just didn't keep them warm. And it's unfortunate because the flavors were really good.
Yeah, I would have rather waited another 10 minutes for my food.
Oh, 100%.
And gotten hot tacos as opposed to what I got. So
yeah, because we were in and out of there in less than an hour. Like, it was fast service, but it needs to be better food.
Yeah.
And then the pizza came very highly recommended. So the food program here is a little bit weird because they've got just all over the board on stuff to me, like a jalapeno cornbread, a cheesy bread, guacamole and chips. You got salads, you got burger sandwiches, you got pizzas, you got pastas, you got tacos, multiple different types of tacos, and you've got like the entrees, which had different stuff. I'm like, I don't know. It's just kind of all over the place, right?
Yeah, yeah. Even whenever I asked her recommendations, she was like, "Well, what are you feeling
What do you
tonight?
want? You want pasta? You want pizza? You want tacos? You want?" I'm like,
"Whoa, okay, now I'm overwhelmed." So
it's like what's the Cheesecake Factory where you go and it's like a book of like.
Better than that though, because it was all on one sheet. At least
true.
I didn't have to turn pages. So
yeah, I mean, there's multiple different types of fare, but only like 3 or 4 selections for each.
Yeah.
So there's like 3 pasta dishes. Anyway, all that to say, my pizza was better than your fish tacos because the temperature and the flavor, it was well done. It just wasn't the best pizza I've ever had. Definitely not the best pizza I've ever had. Definitely not the best pizza on property. Probably not even the top 3 on property, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm like, It was okay.
Yeah. So.
I wasn't mad at it, but it definitely wasn't anywhere close to a 4 or 5.
Yeah. So we decided that food was just pretty much straight up average and rated at a 3. And once again, I think that they have a huge potential to improving that, because what brought it down some was honestly the heat of the temperature of my dish. And so I think that a lot of it may be opening day, opening week, jitters, whatnot, kind of figuring it out. But I'm like you. I would like to go back in a few months and see what's changed and see how they've improved.
Yeah. All that to say, you add all that up, it's a 3.125 out of 5. I think, again, none of this is going to be, even if they fix everything, if they stick with the same menus, drink and food, I don't see either one of them getting above a 4, because they're not like just amazing, even if they were done perfectly. But I mean, you go from a 2.5 to a 4 and a 3 to a 4, and then you move that little server's cabinet thing that everybody and their dog was using, and maybe don't bump into her chair multiple times, and that gets a little bit better rating. So maybe it goes from a 3.125 up closer to a 4, or maybe even hits 4, because the cookies are very good,
Yeah.
So I don't know that I would be deterred from eating here in 6 months. I probably wouldn't go in the next month or 2.
Good point. All right, if you are liking these videos, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.
And we will see you on the next video.